I have received many requests from candidates regarding coverage on topics of GK and current affairs, general studies, which will help the candidates in preparing their lecturates as well as for GD and interview questions. So today we will start with the WTO. So we will cover these topics in 7 steps. That is, number one is meaning, number two importance, number three background, number four present position, number five is advantages, disadvantages or merits, demerits, number six is challenges, and number seven is solution or the way forward. So now we'll discuss about the World Trade Organization. So what is the meaning of World Trade Organization? So we all know it is the WTO means the World Trade Organization. It is the international organization dealing with the rules of trade between nations in the world. It is governed by the WTO agreements which have been discussed and signed by the majority of the world's trading nations and ratified by their parliaments. Its headquarters is in Geneva, that is Switzerland. Now, what is its importance? So, the purpose or importance of WTO, that is its main function, is to ensure that trade flows smoothly and freely between nations. Now let us discuss the background. WTO officially commenced on 1st January 1995 under the Marrakesh Agreement signed by 123 nations on 15th April 1994. It replaced the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, that is GATT. So earlier GATT was there, and this GATT was replaced by the WTO on 15th April 1994, and there were 123 member countries to start with. The WTO is based on 5 principles. Number one is non-discrimination, reciprocity, binding and enforceable commitments, transparency, and safety values. WTO covers goods, services, and intellectual property. So, tariff is implemented on goods but not on services. It strives to achieve individual member countries' commitments to lower custom tariffs and other trade barriers and to open service markets. So, what are the disadvantages? India's trade has increased significantly after joining the WTO. It has enabled India to access global markets for its goods and services. Foreign companies have invested more in India. Global trade barriers are low. International trade rules are respected by the member countries. The disadvantages: free trade may prevent developing economies from growth of their industries. And challenges that are faced by WTO. WTO does not manage global economy impartially. It has a bias towards rich countries and MNCs, which harms smaller countries which have less negotiation power. US has stated that India has underreported its domestic support provided for wheat and rice. So this is the blame by US. Now recently Ministerial Conference 13, MC13, was held in Abu Dhabi on February 26, where WTO failed to achieve much. It was not very successful. India raised the voice for developing countries regarding public procurement from farmers at MSP, minimum support price, and to continue supporting livelihood of 9 million small fishermen. So what happens is that these rich countries, they have got very big ships and they can even catch the fish from the bottom of the sea. While developing countries like India, they have a small fishermen. The number is about 9 million of them, and they go in small boats and ships and do the fishing mainly from the surface. So they are not able to stand in competition with those big fishing companies of the West. So those their interests have to be protected. So what is the way forward or the solution? MC13 of WTO could not resolve key issues related to agriculture, fisheries and reforms in WTO. So that is the outcome. So WTO now is sort of, it is not very successful at this stage because developing countries are not allowing these rich countries to block various things like it is done in UN and United Nations and United Nations Security Council, etc. So it failed to resolve issues related to agriculture. India took this stand regarding fisheries and regarding reforms in WTO itself. So India fully protected its national interests. Now, this biannual ministerial conference number 13 was held. It is held after every 2 years. So now many decisions have been postponed to MC14. So this is the highest decision making body where decisions are made on the basis of consensus. So this is what we have learned about the WTO, and MC13 is a very recent topic. So you should read more from the newspapers, and I hope this will help you in your preparation.